Hello, fellow flyers! I am Kuya Joey. Do you have dreams that are impossible but do come true? Well, our story is about Laawan, a seed who wanted to fly. It was a very exciting day for little Laawan and his siblings. They've just sprouted their new pair of wings. Look, Mama, how majestic my wings are! Laawan proudly showed them to Awiyaw, his mother.
I agree. They look very beautiful.
She told him. Awiyaw is one of the oldest and sturdiest trees in Mount Makiling. Different animals have made homes in Awiyaw's body. On her tallest branches, the majestic Lawin and the watchful Ninog the owl build their nest on her bosom. Sometimes in a mead, a cat-like animal rested in a hole in her trunk after eating lots of betel palm fruits. Kuliklik and his fellow clung to her twigs during their quiet sessions. Alupihan and Tuko have burrowed on the soil beneath her roots. Awiya was happy that her children have finally turned into mature fruits. The mature fruits sprout a pair of gliders which allow the seed to spiral downward to the ground. But to Laawan, they are like the wings of Lawin and Ninog, since he has matured into a fruit. He has always dreamt of flying like the birds that live on his mother's branches. Mama, I would like to touch the clouds in the sky, he once told his mother.
Not a bad dream, my son.
Awiyaw touched Laawan's forehead.
But remember, nature has made this earth dwellers, so eventually you will become part of the soil.
But I don't want to be on the ground. He looked down below. Look at those insects and vines creeping all over you. I'm afraid with their feet and tendrils. Awiyaw laughed at her son's quirky answer. Once the curious Laawan met Lawin, who was busy fixing her nest. She's about to lay her first egg and is carefully picking twigs. Hello, Lawin! Wow! What majestic wings you have there! I want to have a pair like yours, he said.
For what, my little seed? Trees don't grow in the sky,
Lawin answered. But my dream is to become a creature of the heavens, Laawan protested.
Well, let's see where the bare wings will bring you.
Lawin chuckled as she finished cleaning her nest. One day, Awiyaw felt a strong monsoon winds shake her. Laawan was excited that this day had finally come. He shook himself off from the branches of his mother. Mama, this is the time. I'm ready to fly, he told her. With a strong nudge from the winds, he broke free from her clutches. His siblings soon followed, but Laawan was happiest of all, while they nervously jerked the flippers. The monsoon winds Amihan and Habagat played with Laawan as he danced and flapped his gliders. A flock of Maya saw the flying Laawan as the winds blew.
Is that a bird approaching us?
One Maya asked her fellow. Hello, fellow flyers! Laawan flapped his gliders along with the flock. Isn't this a fine day for flying? He prattled about. The Mayas looked at each other and giggled.
This isn't actually a day for flying.
One Maya said, shivering from the cold.
We're looking for a good place to take shelter.
Another Maya said, hopelessly flapping her wings. After saying that, they dove toward the forest. Laawan continued coveting as Amihan and Habagat continued to play with him. Oh, playful winds, can you bring me closer to the clouds? He asked them. You're a nosy little thing, aren't you? But we can come near, for Kilat might wake up. Then Amihan and Habagat blew him so mightily that he soared upwards. Laawan was so happy that his heart beat fast as he spiraled toward the clouds. He was almost near. He thought his dreams are finally coming true. As he approached the clouds, they weren't as white and fluffy. They have become gray and gloomy. Laawan heard rumbling and growling inside the clouds. He knocked on the clouds though many times, but he was shocked at the sight of a brilliant but angry creature.
Who are you to disturb my abode?
Kidlat sharply looked at him. I can't help but hear the noise inside the clouds. I want to know what's inside. Awan innocently replied.
Don't you realize that I'm not in a good mood?
Kidlat pulled a burning spear and threw it in front of him. Laawan was able to avoid the spear, but he was thrown away toward the direction of the winds. Amian and Habagat were now scampering away from Kidlat as he started throwing bolts of burning spear after another. Look at what you've done! They angrily told Laawan as they fled away. The burning spears poked the other clouds, which began leaking with its streams and showers of water. Laawan felt himself falling. Even if he flapped his wings, they couldn't bring him upwards, now that the Amihan and Habagat were gone. Ah! Laawan shouted as he went round and round and round as he plunged, getting heavier as he went down. Help me, Mama! But she was now far away from him. He also couldn't see his siblings. He found himself falling into the darkness of the wet forest. Laawan fell straight onto the dark forest covering. Good thing his pair of gliders helped him land upright, or it would have broken his shell. Mama! Mama! Where are you? He called out to his mother, but his voice could not escape the thickness of the forest. For a long time, the owl continued sitting on the wet soil. He cried and cried as the rain poured all over him. He did not notice a little root slowly sprouting on his hide, clinging to the earth where he sat. Laawan continued calling to his mother and siblings, but the answers he got were from the Kalikliks and the Tipaklongs as they gleefully tried to outsing each other's crew. Soon, the precious wings, which he loved, fell off. But he didn't care anymore, since he realized they weren't the best wings for flying. He sometimes felt a he-god crawling on his head, and he gets wheezy. Soon, the itch on his head was not caused by the insects, but the vibrant leaves now growing on his head. Day and night, he looked towards the sky. He wished to be beside his mother, but his loneliness slowly disappeared. Soon, he grew familiar with the singing of the Biligligs and the rolling of Alapihan in his 100 legs. He started to enjoy the company of the he-gods, who later transformed into colorful butterflies and large moths. He made friends with the beautiful Kappa Kappa, who always pranced about her beautiful magenta leaves and flowers, and the Kasupangin, who taught him to sing his do-re-mi notes. He enjoyed the water falling from the leaves of the Almasiga and the Kawagong, who delighted in taking care of him. Laawan forgot all about the memory of his pair of gliders and his trip to the sky. He was no longer a seed, but a sapling, growing robustly under the care of the creatures on the forest floor. Many years have passed, and the Laawan is now a sturdy, grown-up tree. He has grown so handsomely among the other trees in the forest. He finally saw his mother Awiao, who stood majestically, the oldest among the trees. He also saw some of his brothers, now as tall as he has been. The part of the forest where he grows has been converted into a big botanical garden. Many people, especially children, come and visit them to learn more about nature and taking care of the mountain and its creatures. Laawan is happy even if he no longer has the pair of wings which he loved. He is, after all, the good company with the forest and its creatures and the humans who delighted in taking care of him. Up in the slopes of Mount Magiling, he can still touch the clouds whenever they get too heavy with rain, and the sun above gently dries him after each shower.